Hello students, how are you? Today we are going to learn electric potential at any point due to an electric dipole. Now, one electric dipole we are aware of that two equal and opposite charges are separated by a small distance, right? And generally for calculation purpose we are always taking this 2L. Now let us say this point is A, this point is B, and midpoint of the dipole is O. Okay. Now, at any point, due to this electric dipole, at any point, what is the electric potential we are going to find out? To find out, we'll consider three cases. Only three cases are possible, right? Either it will be on the axial line. Axial line means the line joining AB, or it will be on the equatorial line. Equatorial line means the line which passes through the midpoint of the dipole and perpendicular to the dipole, or it can be anywhere. Three cases will be considered. So case 1 is the axial line, case 2 is the equatorial line, and case 3 is any point. See, equatorial line I have written, that means electric potential at any point along the equatorial line due to an electric dipole. Similarly, axial line case 1, that electric potential at any point on the axial line due to an electric dipole. So first we will see the case 1, which is the axial line. So we will take that any point is P. Let us say it is on the axial line, that is on the line joining A and B. And we will take some distances. The length of the dipole always we are taking as 2L, right? For the sake of ease. This part also is L, this part also is L. Now the distance of the point P from the dipole means from the center of the dipole is R. Okay. Now here, what is the potential at point P due to A? The total potential, net potential, electric potential of course at point P is a potential due to A plus potential due to B. Simple, right? So what is potential due to A? Now we know it already, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2. See, for at P, you imagine that there is one unit positive charge is placed at a point P. So q1 q2, that's q only by R, which is A, right? Plus for B, q1 q2, this is minus q, you see. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus q divided by BP. Now this minus will come here, and q by 4 pi epsilon naught is common to both. So take out q by 4 pi epsilon naught common, and it is 1 by AP minus 1 by BP, right? Now from here I am writing, therefore V is equal to AP BP, you take LCM here, BP minus AP comes in the numerator, right? So Q by 4 pi epsilon naught BP minus AP by AP BP, right? Now you tell me BP minus AP. Don't you think that BP minus AP is AB only, right? So we are writing Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. For BP minus AP, that's AB only, which is equal to 2L, we wrote, divided by AP dot BP. AP is equal to R minus L, isn't it? From O to P is R, and from here to here is L. So AP is R minus L, and BP is R plus L, from P to O, R plus this much L. So R plus L. Now what we can say is, see, 2LQ is a dipole moment of P. This we know already. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. For 2LQ, I wrote P by A plus B into A minus B is A square minus B square. So this is R square minus L square. Since P is equal to 2LQ. This we know already. Now here also you see, between R and L, just to make you understand, I have taken this L so much big. Otherwise, AB are too close to each other. So L is negligibly small as compared to R. So since this minus sign is there, R square minus L square we can neglect as compared to R. Therefore, V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. Right? Since L is very small than R, L square is neglected as compared to R square. So what we got is V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. Clear? Now we will maintain some record. So I will write here. What we got is, for coaxial line, the cases, right? For coaxial line we got V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. Clear? Now we are taking the second case, that is we are finding out electric potential at any point along equatorial line due to the electric dipole. So along the equatorial line is the line which passes to the midpoint of the dipole and perpendicular to the dipole. Let us say P is here. Okay. Now again, due to A there will be some potential at P, and due to B there will be some potential at P. To understand the concept, to calculate the potential, imagine a unit positive charge there. Same is the story. Now total potential is equal to total V is equal to V due to A plus V due to B. So this is equal to, now see, the length we are taking, OP is equal to L, OA is equal to L, and the distance of the point, that any point from the dipole, is equal to R. Now consider in the right angle triangle PBO, don't you think that this is equal to root under R square plus L square? Just a Pythagoras theorem, and similarly this also is root under R square plus L square. Now put here VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught due to A, Q by R, root under R square plus L square. Right? Now plus due to B, VB 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q into plus 1, so it's minus Q by R is same root under R square plus L square. Now since this is minus, this will come here, right? This will become minus. Now these two are same, VA, VB are equal in this case, so same minus same, this is equal to 0. So simply we got that for the second case, equatorial line, V is equal to 0. That means at any point, for any point on the equatorial line, the electric potential at that point is always 0. Now let us consider the third case, and here we want to find out the electric potential at any point. Let us say that any point is P. It is not on it is any point. It can be on equatorial line also. It can be on the equatorial line also. It can be on the axial line also. But it can be anywhere. Not only this or that. So let us say that the distance of a P from the dipole is equal to R, and it is making an angle of a theta with the line of the dipole. Fine. Now see what other things we are taking. Length of the dipole, we are taking this side is L, this side is L. We are always taking this, right? Now the potential at the principle is the same. What the potential at a P is equal to potential at a P due to A plus potential at P due to B. But here, what is VA? VA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. See here, imagine one unit positive charge, Q1, Q2 plus Q by R, distance between A and P, that's AP, plus VP is how much? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, Q1, Q2, but it is minus Q, so minus Q divided by BP, right? So this is equal to, again this will be minus because of this, and Q by 4 pi epsilon naught is a common to both. Take 4 pi epsilon naught common, then it becomes 1 by AP minus 1 by BP. So till here it is very same, right? Now comes a little difference. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Now take common AP, and on the top it is BP minus AP. Till here also it is same. But now see, we will take some assumptions here. Now see, from A, if you drop a perpendicular to BP, let us say wherever it joins is C, then can we assume AP is equal to PC? Definitely not. In this diagram, AP is not looking to be PC. AP is not equal to PC. However, we can take the assumption AP is equal to PC because AB I have shown this much big. But if AB are very closer, A is here, B is here. If those are very close, then PA will be equal to PC. That assumption will work good. Clear? Now, two assumptions will be taken. PA is equal to PC, and again when A will be very close to A will be very close to B, then angle POA will be same as angle PBA. Angle POA is equal to angle PBA. These two are assumptions. And why we are taking these assumptions? Since AB is negligibly small. Okay. Now we are taking till here it is same. We went, but here we will apply two assumptions. PA is equal to PC and angle PBA is equal to angle POA. Now you see BP minus AP is equal to how much? BP minus AP is equal to, we can replace that by BP minus PC. Now BP minus PC is equal to BC, isn't it? So this is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. BP minus AP, I wrote BP minus PC because PC is same as AP. BP minus PC is BC. So this is BC divided by AP-BP. Now see, AP is a little less than R and BP is a little more than R. So AP-BP is, we can assume that R multiplied by R square. That is also because of AB is negligibly small. So AP-BP, for that R dot R. So R square we took. So therefore V is equal to, how much we got? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. What is BC in triangle CBA? What is BC? BC is equal to, see, since this is a right angle triangle, don't you think that this is AB cos theta? AB is equal to L. AB cos theta, or since AP is equal to L plus L, 2L, so 2L cos theta. So for BC, I am writing here as a 2L cos theta divided by R square. So this is equal to, now 2LQ is equal to dipole moment P. So this becomes 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. So for the case 3, what we got, the general, when P is anywhere, then V is equal to what we got, 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here, see, 2LQ is P, cos theta is there, right? Cos theta. So P cos theta by R square. Is it clear? Now let us take two special cases for case 3. Special case 1 and special case 2. Now see, in this expression, what is the variable? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant. P is a dipole moment constant because we assume that the length of the dipole is not fluctuating, it's constant for a particular experiment at least. Then R also, where the point is situated, that is fixed. Now the thing is, At what distance that point is fixed, at what distance the point is situated, that is fixed, but that keeping the same distance, it can rotate, right? It can be anywhere. So if P is here, theta will change. If P is here, theta will change. So theta is something which is changing. Now one special case we will take theta is equal to 0 degree, and a special case 2 we will take theta is equal to 90 degree. Now in this, put theta is equal to 0 degree, how much is coming? Cos 0 is equal to 1. So we are getting V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught P by R square. If you put theta is equal to 90 degree, cos 90 is equal to 0, simply V is equal to 0. Now some of you might have guessed already. Now see, here theta is equal to 0 means what? It is on the axial line. So the first special case of case 3 is same as this, and answer also is same, right? V 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P by R square. And the second is, if theta is equal to 90 degree, that is an equatorial line. So this special case is same as case 2 only. Clear? In the next session, we will come up with capacitance details. Thank you everybody.